Today we're talking about modifying our pistols. Me and John both had Will at Gunshot Residue do our pistols, so I'm just going to go through quickly the mods and do we think it's worth it? And if we had to do it all over again, would we have done this or something else? And I think some of you may be surprised at the end of what we're going to say about that. So I had the suppressor height sights, the red dot Trijicon. This is the first generation. I've been very pleased with it. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yes, it would be nice to have the adjustments from time to time, but pretty much I'm very pleased with the way it adjusts itself. I had the texturing done. I had the lightening of the slide, which makes it recoil less to me. It shoots flatter. The trigger job was just a phenomenal trigger at first, but we had a failure with that trigger. Will jumped on it, fixed it. Now I feel like I have a even better trigger, even though it's not quite as light as it was before. It's very close, very close. And this trigger definitely helps me with my shooting. I've just added this comp, and I'll break that out into a separate video. We're just starting to shoot it. It's phenomenal. I'll say that right off the bat, but it's expensive, so we'll get into that in a whole different video. And Will does have the ability to customize your gun just like you want it.
Well, I had the same thing. I had the suppressor height sights put on. I did the RMR. I did the stippling job, had it done, really like it. Will also did a custom trigger. The trigger is phenomenal. I had a lot of cuts done in it. He took off a lot of meat off the slide, as you can see, off the top, lightened it up a whole lot. 2,700 rounds, I think, since the first year through it. I have had no failures whatsoever. My eyes are bad, turning 50. The red dot really helps a lot. It was worth the investment to get the red dot. I would not change it. I'm probably going to have a red dot on every one of my personal guns just because it helps with the accuracy so much, and I'm faster. I mean, it makes me shoot faster, more accurate, and I enjoy shooting a lot more now because I'm not having to search for that front sight. The front sight is not clear anymore for me, so it was worth it.
We're averaging about 500 rounds a month is what we've been doing, right, John? Is that what we come up with?
500 to 600.
That's a lot of rounds, guys. That's a lot of money putting down range. But top 3 mods that I do think helps me with my shooting. Of course, the number one, me and him both have aging eyes, and the red dot really gives me the clarity that I need. I mean, it's crazy, phenomenal accuracy bump as you get further out. Up close, you're not going to tell a whole lot. I can shoot about the same, within 15 and in. When you get past 15, the accuracy goes way up with the red dot. So that's my number one. The trigger is the number 2. I've always said that the Glock has the trigger that's holding it back from its highest potential, and that has been so true for me. And even though I've got the Smith & Wesson 2.0 CZs with really good triggers, once I have a platform that I really have faith in it, I really believe in it, and a good trigger, that's just like the pinnacle. The texturing really helped me. I'm not saying you absolutely have to get it, but it helps so much in being able to handle the gun, especially in different situations such as when you get it wet, or God forbid you're having a fight with mud or blood or anything like that. I know there's people out there that says, oh, the texturing doesn't make a bit of difference, but it has for me. It really has for me. Being able to get up under here, which I claim this dumbbell undercut is part of the texturing job, and being able to get up under here really allows me to get up under there and try to control that recoil better. So, John.
Number 1's the red dot. Like I said a while ago, my eyes are aging. I can't see the front sights. It's just part of getting old, I guess. The trigger, that's going to be the second mod for sure. Like Alberto said, the Glock triggers are terrible. They come out of the box bad, and everybody that has never shot one that hadn't been modified, you need to get one of our guns and try it, and it would definitely change your opinion on the Glock triggers. The stippling is probably going to be my third mod also, because it really helps. Will took down part of the back strap, and it allowed the gun, it's got the big bump at the bottom on all Glocks that a lot of people hate. He took some of that meat off, and that actually took the gun and leveled it out more. Without the finger grooves, because the finger grooves just don't fit everybody. This is a Gen 5, so Glock did actually listen to people and took the finger grooves out of it. He did the undercut, which, like there again, Alberto was saying, it helps you get up under it, under the trigger, and it really, really does a good job with that.
I want to ask John the same, and I'm going to address the same question. If I had to do it all over again, would I have done the work I had done? Without a doubt, I would. It's my all-time favorite gun I've ever had because of the mods that I specifically wanted. Certain things to make me a better shooter. I really like it. But one thing I would do first is I would probably, and I didn't even have this gun when I started all this, but I would probably mod my carry gun first. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, what are you going to do? You're going to spend another grand on this gun. I'm right now, John's in the process of doing a red dot on his 43X. I've got the 48, the Glock 48. And right now, I'm pretty stoked with the way it's set up right now. I've got the trigger job. I've got the good sights. I've got the Trijicon high-vis sights. I don't know if you guys can, if I can get that clarity on that, but that red, that orange and that green that they put on that, it really helps. I would not do all I've done to this one. I would like to get some texturing done to it. And like I said, if John, once he gets his red dot, I'm going to look at that, because this is, for me, is primarily for CQB work. You know, yes, I have the longer sight radius and I can make the long shot if I need to, but primarily it's 15 yards in the end. And 15 yards in the end, that red dot's not making enough difference where I'm going to invest in the red dot yet. John, would you do it all over again? Would you start with your Glock 19 Gen 5 first, or what would you do?
I don't think so. I'm thinking like you. I've got the 43X. It's at Will's now, and he's customizing it, putting the red dot on top. It's a smaller one. It's not the RMR by Trijicon. It's a shield. It's more narrow to be able to fit that narrow single stack slide. He's stippling the grip again and working on the trigger. The only thing that I'm doing, probably, since both of these have the silver slide, I'm gonna get him to Cerakote the silver, and just to have something a little bit different while he's there. I'm not a fan of the silver slide, so he's gonna do that while it's in the shop. And the reason I'm doing that is because I carry appendix. A lot of people do not, and the Glock 19, when you're carrying appendix all the time like I do, it's tough. I mean, it's a lot of weight.
I think we'll both say that since we've got guns modded, it has definitely made us shoot them more. We enjoy it more.
Call me, call Alberto, like I said, come shoot these guns before, if you want to do that, before you come mod them out and spend all that money, you know, give it a try. They're here to shoot, so come see us.
Remember, the top 3 mods, that's what you want to do. After putting the rounds, coming to class and getting instruction, that's what you want to do. Remember, keep calm and double tap when in doubt. Appreciate you guys being with us. God bless and watch 6.